It has been called one of the greatest expeditions in history. It may also have been the most dangerous. More than 150 years before man journeyed to the moon, there was another expedition to a new frontier. An odyssey that took over 2 years, crossing more than 8,000 miles of terrain to the Pacific Ocean and back. They faced unimaginable hardships and unpredictable dangers with incredible courage and determination. They encountered an extraordinary land and remarkable humanity. A true life adventure that defined a continent and changed the course of a nation's history forever. National Geographic presents Lewis and Clark, Great Journey West.
Thomas Jefferson was the United States' third president and author of the Declaration of Independence. After purchasing Louisiana Territory from the French in 1803, he asked Congress to finance a voyage of discovery. Thomas Jefferson chose Meriwether Lewis to be the captain of the expedition. Lewis was 28 years old at the time and had been the president's personal secretary for 2 years. Lewis wanted another leader to help him on the voyage. William Clark was chosen to be a co-leader of the expedition. He was 33 years old and had served with Lewis in the Army. Clark was an experienced woodsman, a good surveyor, and a fine leader. Sacagawea was one of the few members of the voyage who did not originally leave with the expedition from St. Louis. She was a pregnant 16-year-old girl from the Shoshone tribe when she joined the expedition. Sacagawea was a valuable guide and interpreter, as well as a symbol of peace for the entire expedition.
Way back in the day, I'm talking 1803, my boy Thomas Jefferson expanded the country. For 15 million, he took a chance on an unknown land that we bought from France. To explore this uncharted land, he hired 2 fellows with maps in their hand. William Clark and Meriwether Lewis assembled a crew and said, let's do this. Their mission, direct from TJ to find the Northwest Route waterway. Now the Corps was ready, they all were brave. They rolled 50 deep, including York as slaves. So on May 14th, 1804, they left St. Louis and began to explore. Up the Missouri, could barely rest, can't stop, won't stop till we reach the west. Lewis and Clark, Lewis and Clark, Lewis and Clark, Lewis and Clark. Sacagawea, Sacagawea, Sacagawea. Sacagawea, man, Sacagawea. She was only 16, but they desperately need her. Shoshones were her homies, so Jawea could ask them for ponies. Without her help, they couldn't have crossed the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. Yeah, they're pretty steep. This teenage mom was the final piece, 'cause a woman showed they weren't looking for beef. 2 years later, in 1806, the Corps arrived safely in St. Louis. Although they didn't find a waterway, Americans celebrated anyway. Their notes and samples that they brought to share include the prairie dogs and the grizzly bear. So let's take time to honor these men and the Indian girl who became their friend. Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark, yeah. Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark. Sacagawea. Who? Sacagawea. Sacagawea.